just a thumbnail.
I know, that's what I'm saying. We got to go live, so it's okay, and we're here. Ready?
To the republic for which it stands.
One nation, under God.
Indivisible.
With liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, concealed carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the War Room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Echols.
And we are back once again into Saturday afternoon, and we are tucked away in the war room somewhere in the high desert of southern Idaho. And joining us once again is Mark and Mr. Dean.
So the gunslinger, Percocet Dean.
Gunslinger and Percocet Dean. You guys are gonna have to. I'm gonna have to make you shirts or something.
Yeah, right.
Hold up cue cards.
Have little labels over hanging on our heads.
Sorry.
I have the official theme song for the podcast here.
Oh no!
Oh no! Is this gonna get us in trouble?
Oh no!
Oh no! You gotta take it. Okay.
No, it's a circus.
Hold on. Oh wait. This is the official theme song of every shit show ever.
Oh,
okay.
Okay, that's us.
They're gonna like take our video down because it's like copyrighted infringement.
I think that's over 100 years old, so we're good.
Oh, I don't know how that. Anyhow, how you been, Mr. Mark?
Well, considering it's been a circus.
Well, tell everyone we lost our one viewer.
I don't know.
Well, you kicked him off.
No, he came back. Okay, so I got kicked off of Facebook Live.
Okay.
Got kicked off of Facebook Live. I cannot post videos until October 1st. So screw Facebook Live.
Yeah,
we're going to use YouTube. Someone told me I was going to get kicked off of YouTube as well. So we're going to use YouTube till I get kicked off of YouTube, and then maybe we'll go to like
out of an Applebee's,
freaking Parlor or something like that. I don't know.
If you want to get back on, all you got to say is vote for Biden, and then they'll put you back on.
I'm already accused of that on my radio show. So
for voting for Biden,
yes.
Yeah, not like there's another option. I mean,
every week
there's always another option. People
every week for the last 4 weeks, I've been accused of
voting for Biden.
We're going to vote for Biden. But it's okay. Now back to you, Mark.
Okay. What happened?
What happened? What did you do? Have you sold anything awesome at the store?
Okay, so
anything awesome to sell?
Yeah. The other when was it? Thursday?
Yes.
Thursday. Yes. I sold 3 lever actions to one guy.
Really?
There was like a Henry big boy. There
really?
Was the Marlin stainless. Yeah.
What's the 95 guide gun?
Yeah.
What calibers was it?
357 in both of those, and then he bought a 22 mag Henry Silver Boy also.
What was his reasoning for buying 3 lever actions?
I don't know, but it sounds like at least a couple of them are going to just sit in his safe.
Oh well, he's just buying what he can buy then.
I think he's kind of a collector. I think he likes lever actions or something.
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
The Henrys are real pretty.
Yeah, they're pretty.
They're pretty.
That Marlin was pretty nice looking too. I mean, but yeah,
I've got one of those in 4570, and it's
I love.
Oh, it's a lot of fun to shoot.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It knocks me on my butt even if it's just a little bit of a warm round.
I bet it's a kicker.
So the question of the day, since you work in a gun store and all, do you have any small pistol primers?
We had.
Do you have any 9mm?
No comment.
And do you have it?
I'm done with 9mm.
And do you have an optics ready VP9?
No.
Oh, God.
No, and no.
I'm gonna quit buying my stuff there because they got nothing to buy.
Wait, go back. Wait,
did you
ask him if he has any optics?
Optic ready VP9. They have optics ready.
If you have a gun,
yeah.
No, and no. I did buy a gun.
What'd you buy?
I bought a Glock 22. It's a blue label, so it's a law enforcement, and it comes with a 9mm conversion barrel and night sights. And
so was it a brand new gun then?
So it was a department. They traded it in.
Gotcha.
But there was like 30 of these guns, and I kind of, nitpicked and kind of picked the best one.
Right.
This one doesn't have any wear or anything on the.
So it was a duty gun.
Yeah.
That some cop carried.
Yeah. So I think the department switched from 40 to 9. So instead of buying all new guns, they just got new barrels. It's cheaper.
Gotcha.
But by doing that, then I kind of picked through all the ones, and I picked the one that was the best. And this one has no no wear on the barrel or anything. No wear.
No
from the
blood or
slide.
hair, teeth stuck.
No,
in
I mean
it.
it's in really, really good condition,
Nice.
and it wasn't a bad deal at all. I mean, for all of that, night sights, the barrels threaded, the conversion barrels threaded, 3 magazine, all the stuff for the Gen 4 normally comes with $450.
So do you remember back in the day when
Not bad.
when that used to be the thing, buy that 40 cal and get a 9 mil barrel for it, or buy that 9 mil and get the 20, and that was huge in the Glock world. That was absolutely huge when it came to Glocks.
Yeah, that's kind of a fun little thing because you get 2 guns out of it.
Is it like coming back now?
No, it's just, I just happened upon it and it was too good of a deal to pass up. So,
Right.
I really wasn't looking to get a new gun, but I went up and visited a buddy up in Nampa, and
He makes you spend money.
well, he doesn't make me, but he takes me around to these places that just like
Make you spend money.
entice me,
Oh, peer pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he ended up buying one too. So it was kind of like he did it to himself, but yeah, that was kind of a fun weekend, but it's over now. And now I got to shoot the thing.
You haven't shot it yet?
No, I haven't even cleaned it yet. I need to clean it, but I just stuck it in the safe for now, and I'll get to it when I get to it.
So you got any wild stories from behind the gun counter? Thoughts, stories?
Thoughts and stories.
Do you have any 22 long rifle?
No, we sold out.
Okay.
What was funny is we had a huge pallet of it.
I know, that's what you're saying.
And we went through it so fast. I mean, it was ridiculous.
I'm in the market for 22 long rifle now.
We probably had some lady come in for probably 2 weeks straight every day and bought like her allotted 5, you could buy 5 boxes.
Really?
She'd walk in the door, she'd buy 5 boxes, she'd go straight grab 5 boxes, go straight to the cash register and pay for them and leave. Every morning she'd come in and do the same thing for probably 2 weeks straight.
She got a bunch then.
Yeah. And I'm just like, man, that's just not right. I'm like, you're not going to be able to fend off an army with 22s. I mean, come on.
Maybe she's
How
giving
many
them all out
22s
as
do you
maybe
need?
she's giving them out as Christmas gifts.
Oh, well, she better give me some.
Maybe it's an army of skunks,
Well, yeah.
right?
Now,
Or cats, neighborhood cats.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha, yeah.
Could she have bought 5 boxes, taken it out to her car, and then turned around and came back in again?
I don't know.
They
we probably
do.
notice it.
They do though.
Yeah, some people do. Like if we're busy, we can't watch everybody. But this was like early in the morning when we're not really busy, so it's pretty obvious. We saw her like every morning.
She should have upped her game. She should have come in the morning and in the afternoon.
Yeah, and disguised herself.
Put on a
stuff
wig,
like-
some
yeah.
glasses, maybe
Yeah.
some pants.
Yeah, what an amateur.
Little mustache, something like that. How you been, Mr. Dean?
It's good.
Percocet Dean?
Busy.
Penciling your Percocet Dean?
Oh yeah, slinging it. Yeah, slinging it left and right.
Slinging Percocet.
He's slinging Percocet. Ooh.
The Perca slinger.
There you go. So you've been doing any shooting, any reloading, any casting, anything?
I haven't really, honestly, I haven't shot at all. I haven't done any shooting, but I did, I'm carrying here and there. I'm carrying more than I used to.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. It's because I just, I'm learning how to fly fish. So if I'm ever out by myself, I always bring
Right.
protection. Yep. And I've noticed for carrying inside the waistband,
Yes.
the big trend now in the pants you buy at Costco is to have an elastic waistband. Oh my gosh, it's so comfortable.
What?
And then you put your in
How
the
old are you,
waistband
Dean?
thing in there, and
how old are you, Dean?
it's stretchy.
Do you have a belt on?
Yeah. You just don't.
By the
Make
way,
your
those
belts tight.
are for pregnant ladies.
Stretchy
They're
pant.
called,
Yeah, that's
I
called
think they were
maternity.
called,
That's called maternity
I
pants.
think the name on it was Husky.
Husky maternity pants. What? Dean's breaking out the Thanksgiving pants.
He's like, I don't care. They're comfortable.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they're comfy. Yeah,
Dean's breaking out the Thanksgiving pants 3 months early.
it makes that big bump in the front makes appendix carry really easy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Your
your belly bump. Yeah,
no, your
my
what do you-
panis.
your panis.
my monstrous
Couldn't
penis.
remember what they call
My
it.
Oh.
huge fat apron.
I'm so glad we took the kid warning off this.
Yeah, well, it's
It's on.
for the comments, and look what
like
happens.
no
I
freaking
mean,
nobody's
no
com-
comments.
somebody. Hey, whoever's
Somebody comment, please.
whoever's listening,
Say something.
say something.
Something like it says right there. Say something.
That's right. Oh well, you guys are you guys proud of me? I took my freaking gun apart today, completely apart. We're talking. I had every
That's insane.
piece of that gun was in apart.
I can't tell you how proud I am, Todd.
And guess what?
Honestly,
I was all apart, and guess what? Didn't clean it.
What?
I just
Oh
kind of
my
wiped it
God.
off with a little dry towel a little bit.
I walked in here
With a
there was
dry
piece
towel.
laying on the floor. You know, I'm just kidding.
So I decided, and we talked about it before, I wanted to upgrade my carry gun. But instead of buying a new gun, right? I like that VP9 a lot. I thought I'd upgrade the trigger. I've never really modified any guns before. And so I bought a flat face trigger that was supposed to be a nicer trigger. And then I went ahead and thought about it for a week and ordered the match springs for it. And I had to tear that sucker. I took everything apart in there. And let me tell you a little story. So I got it all apart, put my springs into place. I had to buy a little special tool. And I got it all put back together again. And I looked down and I have a freaking, there's a freaking pin. There's like one of those, I don't know. It was like a sleeve pin or something.
Oh, okay.
I'm laying there and I'm like, are you kidding me? I got to take this. It took me 2 hours. I got to take this damn thing back apart to put this little pin in its place.
Do you know where the pin went?
No, the pin, I figured it out. So my trigger came with the pin. So that was the old pin that came out.
Extra.
It's an extra. Yeah. I was actually just going to go shoot it and see what happened because I was not tearing that damn thing apart again. And it says use like a little brass. I had a freaking framing hammer. A framing hammer, and I used it so hard. You know those Smith & Wesson tools we got?
Yeah.
You know the little tiny one?
Yeah.
Bent the shit out of that thing.
Oh yeah.
Just whack. It's 90 degrees now. So to use it, I had to turn it instead of being up and down like this. I had to turn it sideways and go tap tap tap
Wow.
tap
Tap taparoo.
tap tap tap. Anyhow, but I'm going to start my own gunsmithing business. Who wants to bring their first firearm?
Better hide this one.
No, but you guys felt that trigger though.
Oh yeah, it's pretty nice. I mean,
it's pretty crisp. Yeah,
there's a lot from the stock trigger because I brought my VP9 over so we could compare them.
Right. So I put a Lazy Wolf. It's called a Lazy Wolf trigger in there. Kind of a lazy dude.
Kind of a weird name for a trigger, a Lazy Wolf. I mean,
the reset on that thing is really nice.
It's pretty fast. Yeah, compared to the stock trigger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the brake on it. It's nice. I mean, it's smooth.
Oh yeah, we haven't read any rounds for it yet, so it could very easily just fall apart. I'm not sure yet.
Ooh,
yeah, true.
Interesting if it does.
So this brings up a topic of discussion. Do you for legal reasons, how safe is it to modify your carry gun?
For years, that's why I didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I went and took a Mag 40 class with Masad Ayub, and he even talks about it, right? He says you kind of almost to a certain extent, you want stock ammo, right? You don't want reloaded defensive rounds. And he even talks about kind of triggers, and he kind of just leaves that up in the air. But he said, anything that you do to your gun, whether it be a trigger, whether it be a reloaded self-defense round, whether it be even a night sight that didn't come on the gun that you added on later, whether it be, extra stippling that you had someone stipple, any type of modifications that you do, a really good attorney could take that and try and use that against you and say, hey, you finally, I don't know what that is. You finally handcrafted that gun in your basement with the sole purpose of taking it out to kill someone.
Right. Yeah.
And they could definitely turn that on you. But I thought about that for lots of years. That's probably why I don't want to take the gun apart. That's number one reason. Mm-hmm. But that's why I didn't do that. But now I just like, screw it. I'm going to do it. I mean, I'm going to be able to shoot better. It's going to be more comfortable. I'm going to live a little.
Yeah, that's kind of the point of the triggers. I mean, I don't think the VP9 trigger is that bad, but it's definitely an improvement putting that other trigger in there. But I like the fact that, if you are just going out and shooting a lot, you want a nicer trigger. It's just going to help you be more accurate. It's going to help you, with your reset, especially on this one where it's a little nicer reset.
I'm really excited to shoot that thing.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
I don't.
We'll do it before we leave if you guys want.
I don't see the logic in that. If you modify it in any way, it's a killing machine. I mean, the gun itself potentially is anyway.
Well,
but
so
it
doesn't make it more.
It's the mindset of the lawyers that have no idea what they're talking about.
Right.
Yeah. So they're like Masad said, he's like, they're going to go down and they're going to paint a picture of this man every day after work, he went down into his basement and he finally handcrafted this weapon.
Yeah.
And he put a lighter trigger on it, one that's easier and quicker to take shots with.
Oh no.
And he stippled the grip to make it lock into his hand even that much tighter, make it that much easier and more accurate to shoot. And he went ahead and put on some night sights so he could find his prey in the dead
that's
of the
like
night.
saying some guy
That's exactly what they do, though.
He's planning on going to be a drunk drive. He's going to drive drunk, right? So he's going to drink that extra beer just to make sure he's extra drunk when he's driving.
Right.
That's about the same logic.
I know, but but you know what? They get away with that though. I mean, so I won't say that's why I didn't do it, but I think that
well, it's in the back of your mind.
it is in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it also kept me from tearing that thing apart. I'll be honest with you. Laugh all you want. People can laugh all you want, but
Yeah.
there you go. I was scared. I'm scared to take a gun apart. I don't like the little pieces.
Isn't that the other way around though? Should be judged by 12 and not carried by 6.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
But no, I was scared to take the gun apart and have all those little freaking pieces. I mean, there's one I was reading the instruction once. I put your hand over it because when you take this, shit's gonna fly out. And I'm like, whoa, what? You know, and then they said this little tiny spring I was supposed to have. I couldn't find it. I'm freaking shaking stuff. Where is that damn little spring? And then 10 minutes later, it just falls out of something. It was stuck into some carbon, or they'd carboned up or something.
Or if you have one of those popcorn ceilings, you'll find them up there quite a bit.
So
speaking from experience.
Yes.
But I don't know. That was so I was scared. I was scared to do that, but I did it. I haven't. Like
You're proud of yourself.
I am proud of myself. I haven't taken it for a test.
So was it
drive
bad?
yet.
Like, was it as bad as you thought it would?
No,
be?
it wasn't. And I'm good if I have step-by-step instructions.
Yeah.
My problem is when it comes to some of this stuff, like I love working on my old vehicles and stuff too. And I can do that to a certain extent. But if stuff starts to go wrong, I'm not very patient with it when I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm a patient guy
it.
typically, but I'm working on something like I get freaking pissed.
Something like this, like a trigger, is a little more intricate.
I want to get it done.
Right.
I don't want to worry about it. I want it done.
So did you read the instructions, or did it come with instructions?
didn't come with
or did you
instructions.
just YouTube it?
I went to the HK Parts website
Okay.
and try to find it, but they just sent you to YouTube.
Okay.
I mean, and so I found a YouTube.
They just send you to YouTube. That's just funny. I find that hilarious.
Yeah. And so I actually didn't find a video for that. I've actually found step-by-step instructions.
Okay.
And so I just read those and had lots of pictures. And then when I needed more like explanation, I go to YouTube and find someone did like a little 4-minute video. I don't know. It took me all afternoon, but I got it done. But I'll be honest with you. I had to put it back together, and then I had to take it apart because something fell out in there, and you have to has to be held in place, some spring. So I had to take it apart again, and I put it back together without, reading the instructions. I'm pretty damn proud of myself.
We're all proud of you, Todd. Really,
I really am proud of myself because I don't do that stuff.
This is a huge breakthrough. You've really turned a corner.
And wait till I slam that freaking red dot on top of that thing.
Right. Oh yeah. Then you're going to be a mouth breather for sure.
I am. I've been all week. I've spent all week looking for. And I was about to just spend like $800 on one if I could find it. I was so ready. I'm looking for an optics ready, VP9, what they call them, 2020s. Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
And I would have bought one if I could have found one. I would have dumped $800 on it in a heartbeat, because I want the sights, and I probably wouldn't even use the gun, to be honest with you. I'd probably just, I don't know, the slide. I just want a slide. I want to mount the red dot on one slide. I want to have my regular iron sights on another slide, switch the freaking slides out and go to town. That's
ideally just one gun and then swap.
So people are like, well, right now you can't find that. So why don't they make a little mount that you can kick, you can press out the rear sight and then slide the little mount in there and then mount it looks stupid. That looks dumb. It looks like it's going to fall off. It looks retarded. I'm not doing that. I can't bring myself to it. And then I'm out sights then.
Yeah, you lose your sights.
I lose my sights. Yep. So for right now, what I think I'm going to do is I don't really want to get my freaking slide milled. I want to mill another slide is what I want to do. But I think I'll mill this slide. So
that red dot you got, it won't fit on your gun as is right now?
No, it needs to be, I have to get the slide milled. So what they do, and you can, I'm new to this. So what they do is they cut like a little wedge.
Yeah.
So they'll cut like a little wedge back here, and kind of taper it down. And then you have a plate and it just sits there and just fills it in. They freaking attach it with screws. It looks really nice, but
hopefully we don't get banned from YouTube for that.
Oh yeah, you just flashed a firearm.
Whatever. I'm gonna put some suppressor sights on there for right now, and then later on, when the guns kind of come back into play a little bit and we start showing up again, I'm gonna try to find another one, and I'm just gonna have one and one. I'll put the new trigger. I'll put the same trigger and everything in it, so it's essentially the same gun. One with sight irons, one with the red dot.
Yeah.
That's my plan. What do you think?
That's a really good plan.
Well, because if I
do you have the right type of eye protection to fire that red dot? Do you have the Oakley blades?
I don't.
The one piece,
the operator glasses.
Yeah, the operator glasses for that, because the guy on the box he's wearing those one piece.
The ones I got are real thin, narrow ones. That kind of I look like Blade
or Geordi from Star Trek.
Yeah, that guy too. Yeah, that's cool, man. It looks like the headband you put. Never mind.
You have to have buck teeth and breathe out of your mouth when you do that, though. When you shoot that thing, you know that, right?
Oh yeah.
It's just more accurate. You shoot faster and more accurate if you have your mouth.
The guy
open
on the box.
The guy on the box is doing it.
Yeah.
So do you have any more of those red dots over there? Do you have that?
No, we're sold out.
You sold out of that other burst?
Yeah, all the bursts are gone.
I actually thought about coming up buying another
burst Fast Fire 3.
What, are you going to put 2 on your slide?
Yeah, I'm going to put 2.
2 of them, one in front.
I'm going to co.
Well, you got to have one for each eye.
I'm going to co.
Right. Side by side.
I'm going to co-witness my red dots with each other and with my irons.
Oh.
So I'll be like it'll be like 3 times more sure to hit the center of the target that way.
Shoot at the middle one.
I'll be freaking badass. I'm lining a red dot up with red dot on top of my sight, my irons. We're good.
Not only do you have to have your mouth open for that, you got to have your tongue hanging out too.
Yeah.
Serious.
I'm getting text messages here.
I'm scared. I don't know how to do any of this. So.
Well, you can say something down there in the corner.
Okay. It's telling me to, so I'm going to try it.
Say something.
So if this goes awry, then we're just going to have to keep going. We're trying something.
We're trying. I can't believe we got this on here and it's actually running good. So I tell you what, I'm going to talk about this just a little bit. So I do a radio show on Fridays, right? And I state my opinion. It's my freaking radio show, right? I'll state my opinion if I want. And lately, over the last, I don't know, month or so, hit enter. Or bam. And I've been taking a little heat for some of my opinions. I have people actually calling the radio show accusing me of voting for Biden.
Wait, so you can't have an opinion?
I can't have an opinion.
How can they accuse you of voting for Biden?
Because
you're one of the biggest libertarians I know.
I know. And so I don't come out and say the Joe Jorgensen thing. I just say, vote your conscience, vote what works for you. I know what works for me. And I start talking about Trump and I say, Trump has done okay, but I don't think he's taken our bump stocks, right? Which in my mind, I've mentioned this over and over again. In my mind, that's not that big of a deal, but it's the fact that he took them, right? And he could have.
That's a start to something.
That's a start to something.
The slippery slope.
And he hasn't. No new gun laws have come into effect, but how has he advanced our gun rights? Right. He has not.
So because of that statement, you got attacked.
I get attacked. I get attacked because I am going. You're voting for Biden and I say, you know what? There is a third party out there.
Yeah, there's always another option.
There's always another option, But I actually got done with the radio show this week, and someone fill in some of the dead air here while I find the dead air.
We fill it with good air, with live air.
So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and read this. I don't know who sent this to me, but I put my number out there. I get lots of people, texting me, right? I always tell everyone, text me or call me, whatever. And I appreciate feedback. I will say that, whether it be the radio show, whether it be the podcast, I really appreciate the feedback. And, I may, if the feedback is attacking me a little bit, I may address it, right? I'll keep names out of it. I don't know who this person was, but
or maybe undress it.
But I am,
dinner first.
But I will bring it up. So I'm going to read this. So what I was doing was I was talking about the Trump. Okay. Yeah. And I didn't say anything negative about Trump. I just said, he might not be who we think he is. He might not be all for the Second Amendment rights that everyone says he is. And I also said that I read an article about the NRA. It was a new article. It came out of the New York Times. It's about a gentleman. We can get to the article in a minute, but a gentleman that he got fired from the NRA. He made some bad choices at the NRA, right?
Mhm.
But he came out and he was like spilling the beans on Wayne LaPierre and everyone. It talked about how when he was first got hired on there, they went to some big conference and he went and got a room at the La Quinta or whatever, and then he got yelled at by the people at the NRA and said, "We're the NRA executives. We stay at the Ritz. You need to change your room. You need to get over here." And he talked about how they were spending money like crazy. And he talked about how Wayne LaPierre would do this and do that, and he couldn't manage money. So I started getting into that. And then this guy got butthurt over me talking about Trump and the NRA. Now we're going to read this.
Wow.
Well,
Because that's bad. You
Yeah.
can do that.
It says,
Yeah,
Todd, it
opinion.
says, number one, you tried insulting Trump today by asking what legislation has Trump passed to improve your gun rights. Your ignorance is shocking and frankly embarrassing.
shocking.
And embarrassing.
embarrassing.
And embarrassing. He was ashamed for me.
He was shocked and embarrassed. Not just shocked,
Yeah.
but completely embarrassed.
Maybe next week he'll be ashamed.
Maybe he'll put his pants back on.
Yeah. Presidents don't make laws. If you have an 8th grade education, you would know that lawmakers, Congress introduces legislation, proposed law that must be voted on and approved by the House, Senate, and then signed by the president. Yeah. So here we go. Number 2, the NRA has done more to protect your gun rights than any other organization in the world. They've spent a lot of my freaking money
Yeah,
too.
serious.
And they used to be a good organization. They used to do a lot
Right.
and money and power, and they become corrupt. Right? That,
Yeah,
I mean, that,
a lot of
that-
this, a lot of the good stuff they did is slipping away.
Yep. and they like to compromise. It says, for you to attempt to give clout to the most dishonest, corrupt communist newspaper in America and help them spew anti-Second Amendment garbage is pathetic.
Wait, I think the most communist newspaper would be a communist newspaper.
Yeah. It says your lack of knowledge and overall ignorance, including your ignorance on firearms. He put that in quotations because that's my business. He thought
Wait, what's in quotations? What word?
including firearms.
Firearms is in quotations?
Yes.
Why is that in
Well,
quotations?
not quotations, excuse me, apprentices. Maybe I'm going to go back to I need to get my ninth grade education. Is a disgrace and an embarrassment to all gun owners. I'm sorry if I embarrass you. Yes.
Embarrassed and now disgraced.
I'm sorry if I've embarrassed you. I am so sorry. Have I embarrassed you guys ever?
Wow. Well, yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
Okay. I can't believe Bill, he's the one that hosts the show, right? Because I can't believe Bill gives you a microphone to spew your stupidity every week. You are pathetic.
Ooh, fighting words.
Oh, wow.
So I pretty
words.
much texted him back, and I pretty much said, I'm sorry for angering you. I'm sorry that made you angry this morning. And then he also fired back something about if I was going to do this, I needed to have thick skin. And I'm like, I'm not the one that has a problem with this. Who doesn't have the thick skin, right?
Yeah.
And then I texted him and I said, by the way, thanks for listening to the show. I really appreciate it.
And yeah, the sad thing is
Freaking
he
goober.
apparently forgets the Bill of Rights that I mean, I'm pretty sure that you have freedom of speech.
You do have a First Amendment right.
You have an opinion and you can say it.
He also forgets that he can reach his hand over.
Yeah.
And he can shut the radio
You can
off.
turn it off if you don't like what you're listening to.
He doesn't like it.
So what did you lie about Trump? How did he say you're lying about Trump?
Because Trump's not the one passing the legislation.
Well,
I think that's the point he's trying to make. I don't know why he needs to go there.
Why does he have to go there? Yeah, Trump has
he told
done
me
nothing to either side.
Yeah, he's actually slowed it down because of the bump stock thing.
So he
He's
told
actually
me
backstepped.
that my ignorance was shocking and frankly embarrassing by asking what legislation Trump has passed to improve gun rights.
Well, I think it's implied.
Okay, well, he never even answered the damn. He can't answer the freaking question because there is no answer to it.
It's a blank slate as far as Trump and the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
Except for the bump stocks.
It's a blank state.
Except for the bump stocks. And if that's how you're going to judge Trump, whether or not you're going to vote for him, it's up in the air. It's tough.
I have a feeling, and it, we all have our favorites, right? We have our favorite presidential candidate or whatever. I get that, but I have a feeling he's one of those that just falls in lockstep with one of them, and he's like, they hold him up higher than freaking God. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they get so infatuated with him that it just angers him. I think
he needs to take a chill pill.
Yeah,
to me. I mean, quit freaking out about it.
I tell you what, though, I will tell you this. I was later on that afternoon, I got home and I was out here in my pasture doing some work, and nobody ever comes down my driveway. Like nobody, unless I know they're coming, and I see this truck come down my driveway. And I was thinking maybe it was one of the farmers out here, comes down my driveway, pulls into my pasture, and I was out there with my wife, and we were getting ready to start my tractor. And I looked down and said, "Stay here. I don't know what this is all about." Kind of put a guy on edge a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because my address is pretty easy to find, right? I mean, it's pretty easy to find. So I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It was an interesting day. Interesting people out there.
Yeah, it sounds like some people need to just figure out something else to do with their life or their time.
Boy,
this political season is just
bunch of trolls.
Horrible.
It's horrible.
I can't believe it. How much this nation has embraced a socialist agenda.
No guns, no ammo,
no
socialism.
freedom,
They're
no
burning
freedom.
down our towns,
trying to rewrite history, trying to erase history,
shooting people.
It's the cancel culture.
Yeah,
Todd put a new trigger in his HK.
Oh my gosh, the dogs and cats living together, total chaos,
That's
mass hysteria.
mass hysteria.
I tell you what, though, I have been so freaking busy. We're talking private classes, numerous every single day. Every day I take calls, schedule stuff. I've got 2 permit classes coming up. I got one this Saturday and one the next Saturday. I'm maxed out. This one's almost maxed out at 30. The next one on the next Saturday, I've got 35 people.
Wow.
35 people. So, okay. So I got to answer a question here. So, I'm really happy right now. Freaking YouTube is working well.
It seems to be.
Yeah, this is cool.
Brett asked, it says, is Tarver okay? That'd be we like to call him the Cajun Cowboy. He's been MIA the past few weeks. He is okay. He's got tied up with work and got some other stuff. I know I used to work for the same place that Tarver worked, and this time of year gets really, really, really busy. So he's just kind of tied up with that. He'll come back sooner or later. I think he's got some big news in store as well. So we'll get him back on here. I promise, as soon as we can. So I'll let him know you were asking about him. In fact, this is on YouTube, so he'll probably watch this. But
I like James. James is cracking me up today.
James is cool.
Yeah.
Brett's cool too. I like Brett too.
True.
So you guys staring at me like
we like everyone.
No, we're just
we
don't discriminate. We like everyone.
Yeah, we do. We like everybody,
especially if they comment.
Yes.
What'd you do?
Nothing. I'm just looking at stuff.
Oh.
So so I got a 30-person class and a 35-person class.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. One of them is a group of, go figure,
women,
Republicans.
That's at least 18 people. I mean,
know.
if I did my math right.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't have an 8th grade education.
Tell you what, we need an AC in this freaking room. It is so hot in here.
They make window mount units.
They're loud. They're loud.
Oh, they are. Yeah,
the quality would the quality would go down.
Yeah.
It's just today. It's just unbelievably hot.
It is
Serious. It's been 80s, low 90s, and now today 101.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What? It's what? Swampy?
No, I said sorry.
Sorry.
You're stupid.
Did you hear that?
Hit Greta.
No, I like this. I like this one better.
Gosh.
Well, you're nothing special.
That's a good one.
Is that Trailer Park Boys?
No.
What is? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Some old man off Facebook.
Okay, cool.
Maybe that's why I got banned or something. I'm blacklisted from Facebook. So maybe the list, we got three viewers. So we need to figure out, do I need to keep going to you? Thank you.
Playing around.
Thank you. But do I need to keep this on YouTube? I think I'll keep it on YouTube now that we know how YouTube works.
It seems to be a lot. Everybody says it's good quality. I don't know. Maybe YouTube's the way to go.
I think YouTube's the way to go. So where's everyone going if they kick me off YouTube? So there's one called Parlor.
Never heard of it.
I went and saved a a Parlor page for YouTube.
Can Parlor you do a live stream?
I'm gonna see. I'm not sure.
I thought it was just like a Twitter type service.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. I don't know how this freaking works.
Yeah. You're putting me in charge of it, and I'm like,
He
yeah,
didn't even know how to use it.
yeah. That's Percocet Dean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
answer him. That's Dean is Percocet Dean. So did you hear what I was going to do though? When I ran out of primers, did you hear what I was going to do?
I heard you're going to try. Now, this is what I heard, like, as I'm mowing my lawn, listening to the podcast.
This is going to get good.
I heard that you were going to bore out
I'm dremeling out.
The primer pocket of your 9mm.
Yes.
And you're going to stick in there a large rifle Magnum primer.
No, large Magnum primer.
So
Large
basically,
pistol.
you're going to put an
Large
M80 up its
pers-
ass and light it on fire.
Large
Yeah.
pistol Magnum.
Oh,
Magnum
just
pistol.
just large.
I figure
Pistol.
in the long run, I'm going to use less powder.
You could just drill it out, put it in that large rifle Magnum, and you don't need powder.
Really?
How would your primer strike be? Would it be in the same? Yeah. it should
Would
be.
you bring your?
I think
should be in the same spot.
rifle primers are
Yeah.
just a little bit taller.
Would you bring?
So they won't
Oh.
seat all the way. So you got to
Yeah.
drill down just a little
would
bit
you
more.
bring your chronograph over and we can run some over it and find out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, basically, all you're looking at though is, does it go bang, and is the bullet coming out the end?
That's all I'm looking
If
for.
the bullet doesn't come out the end, don't pull the trigger again.
and
Tinkled.
Gunslinger over here said that he'd go ahead and squeeze the trigger on it, and we said we use his VP9.
I said from afar, like I'll pull the string.
No. Can we run it through
Like a
your
Civil War cannon, right?
to shoot
Yeah.
Patriot? Oh. Can we run it through your new Glock with the 9 barrel? So if we blow the barrel up, it doesn't matter because you already have a 40.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you don't use 9.
You don't use that.
No, I don't. Yeah, that's all. All my handguns are 9, but no, I don't use it.
So I'm thinking. I'm thinking I should have bought a 10mm because that's the only ammo that's out there to buy.
10mm is the camp guard, the camp gun.
There is freaking 10mm ammo all over the place.
Man, that is some awesome stuff too. I don't know why I got a 40. I should have got a 10 mil.
The hell's wrong with you?
I don't know.
Can you just get a conversion?
You were
for
really
your-
excited.
Yeah, right.
You were really excited about this 40 cal that came with a 9mm. You can't even buy 9mm ammo.
I'm surprised you haven't given me shit for buying a 40.
That
That
It is what
had
it
to be
is.
coming.
you do.
Oh,
You do.
I kind of missed my old 40. Like I had a Glock 23 and I kind of missed it.
He missed shooting it sideways.
Yeah, I
and
was like,
throwing the bullets.
Throwing bullets. I mean, come on. And then I figured, why not collect another ammo? I've got, I don't know how many thousand rounds of 9, so I might as well start stocking up on 40 too. So
Okay,
I don't know.
James, are you listeling? I'm not gonna. I don't want to. I can't do 5 things at once.
Do you want me to ask him on the thing? How
No, he keeps texting me. Dean has a name. It's Percocet Dean,
do you spell Percocet?
With a P.
Okay.
and ends with a T.
Yeah.
PT Dean.
P-E-R.
Dean's peepee. I don't.
P-E-R. P-E-R.
Man. So you.
There we go.
Like the sound a kitty makes when it's happy.
What a shit show this has turned into. Freaking, what a nightmare. Oh, so what guns are you selling the most of at that gun store?
Right now, let's see. Currently, it's probably, to be honest with you, the 365, the TAC pack is probably the number one gun. we're
That's the
selling.
red dot, huh?
No,
No.
you're thinking the XL.
XL.
Yeah, the TAC pack is kind of exclusive, but not entirely. I guess it comes with 3 12-round mags and a holster, but it's kind of your regular 365, but
Right.
bigger magazines.
I've been seeing a ton of 365s come through class.
It's a nice gun. I mean,
ton
I'll
of
give
them.
it what it is. I prefer it over the Hellcat. So
I shot a Hellcat the other day. It wasn't horrible, but it still didn't tickle my pickle.
no, like a dill pickle
like a-
or
Hey, sweet pickle.
oh, okay.
What, the pickle hole? Put a feather in there?
Yeah. So
Yes.
moving on. So I got construction starting probably in about a week out here.
What are you going to do?
I'm adding on like an awning and some sides. So I'm extending my building out further.
Oh, that'll be nice.
And I'm putting a wood stove in the corner to keep it warm. I'm going to load a bunch of benches up in there so I can have a place to
Just to clarify, benches.
benches.
Okay.
Benches.
E,
And
not
so I
I.
have a nice place to keep people, they could stay warm and a place to sit. And if I shoot toward the east instead of toward the north, people can stay warm. They can actually kind of go out to the end of it and kind of stand inside while they shoot. I'm hoping.
You could even shoot like some 22 long rifle if they're back on your shed.
I could.
Yeah. Maybe like a little collapsible.
I'm going to
bench
become
thing.
a bench rest shooter.
There you go.
A bench rest shooter.
I want to do that.
A bitch and shoot. I'm become a bitch and shooter.
Bench rest shooter
with your blade, glasses.
That's right.
And your mouth breather buck teeth.
Oh man, this show. I'm not sure what's happening. I'm not sure what's happening today on this show.
It's hold on. I got it.
These guys got to get it figured out. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
That's it.
You're stupid.
So, yeah, that's my new favorite button right there.
Have mercy.
It is stupid.
It's stupid dumb.
Oh man, it's good to be back.
So I tell you what, I've had that USCCA guy. I partnered up with USCCA.
Yeah.
And I've had that guy come into class. And USCCA is good stuff. That carry insurance. I mean, it's
absolutely.
People have been just eating that stuff up like crazy. My sales rep guy that comes in and talks about it, he's Billy Chaddick is his name. I don't freaking forgot it already. But Billy's a good guy. Are you covered by USCCA?
Covered by blankets.
By blank. Yeah, I'm serious. I think carry insurance is a good thing. I mean, for years
I would agree. I totally agree. Even though I'm not, I fully intend to. I'm just dragging my feet. So
are they an advocate group?
I think they're
not just insurance.
Yeah, no. So they're eventually getting there. Right now, they do like classes for instructors, certifications, and they do the carry insurance. They put out like defensive type, like teaching videos. I mean, just tons of them.
Yeah, lots of information.
Yeah, lots of information. And he says they're working on getting into the advocacy side of it, the political
lobbying
arena.
and type.
Yeah.
Maybe
and I told him
they could spend $400,000 on suits. They could stay at the Ritz-Carlton.
I was telling them they need to get into it and do that because it's the NRA is falling apart. Yeah. And I really wish they would just implode finally and just be done. I really, really wish they just be done. I'm sick of them. They need to be out of here. If you are interested in signing up for the USCCA, if you go to the Patriot Defense website, that's patriotdefense13.com. There's a little rotating banner on the front. It talks about my classes and it rotates over and talks about the USCCA. If you guys wanted to go over there, click on that and you can sign up if you're interested. Check it out. Sign up for the USCCA through that banner and my link on my website. And then the podcast gets a little bit of a kickback, right? And I can upgrade microphones and whatnot.
Upgrade from a Circus Calliope to maybe a live band.
Yeah.
True.
Yep. Help us help you.
So
help us sweep up this shit show.
Yeah, that is a slippery slope. Whatever. Hey, James, you're raining on my parade. Oh man. I tell you what else we got to talk about, guys?
The
shooting
hole down in Mexico, or
no.
Which one?
What do you guys? No, it's been a while since we've all been together. It's kind of old news. But what do you guys think about that? What's that guy's name? That Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse. What do you guys think about that?
First of all, he should not have been there. But in the case that he, was being attacked and everything, a lot of what was going on is I don't think they knew what he was doing there. And I'm not defending the people that attacked him by any means, but you're going into this thing and you're seeing some guy running around with a gun.
Right.
I mean,
what was he doing out in the middle of nowhere? I heard he was running out with his med kit to try and help someone.
He was supposedly had EMT training or something, even though he's 17. I'm not sure how that works out.
Yeah.
Maybe he got it through his Eagle Scout thing or something. I'm not sure, but he's supposedly there and he was helping people prior to this whole thing going down. But when you're running around with a gun in an environment like that, not just a gun, a very large, noticeable gun, people are going to wonder, what's this guy doing?
Right.
He should have been dressed in black.
Well,
tried to fit in.
I mean, it's just,
if he's going to go out and be a med,
I don't know that. I just think people they didn't know what was going on. So they just thought maybe I better do something. And I don't know. I wasn't there. So I'm just speculating, but it seems to me like, when you're running around like that, you're making yourself a target.
Absolutely.
Well,
yeah.
So when I look at it, the fact that, they attacked him, he defended himself. So in that right, whatever, defend yourself. I think anyone should. I think he was fine in that right. But the fact that, and maybe stuff's changed since I researched it last. I mean, there's always so much going on that I can't always keep up. But I think his mom drove him out there.
Possibly.
I think they said that his mom drove him out there and dropped him off. Okay, so like, who does that?
What mom is going to let their kid go into an active riot?
Right.
And this. I got two different ways to look at this. Okay, and one of them's way off the wall. So, the one way I want to look at it is the fact that he supported law enforcement 100%. That's fine. That's fantastic. So did his mom. I think there's pictures of him. He was at like some like junior police academy or whatever. Right. So when he went out there and he had his gun, was he trying to emulate law enforcement because he was a big supporter of them? Could that be a reason why he's there? Nobody knows, right?
I mean,
he knows, but I mean,
he says his main reason was to, give aid to people.
Okay, law enforcement.
I heard he was dropped off to
why
help
is
guard
he
a
bringing
business.
a gun if he's just going to be?
Yeah, I think he was kind of looking. Whatever.
I don't know. I mean, I can see it from two different ways. I totally can.
Right.
And yes, the video shows there was shots fired before he shot the first guy. So he may not have known. He may have thought the guy that was chasing him was shooting at him.
And I totally get though that, I mean, he defended himself. He's good on that. But should he have been there? Could he have avoided? I really think that he could have.
And there's a lot of it could have been avoided by words and not actions. When you start chasing after somebody, they're going to run. They're going to, if you're attacking them, obviously they have the right to defend themselves. But if you're coming at them and you're asking them, hey, what's going on? What are you doing? Why do you have that gun? What,
instead of just
assuming
your skateboard at his head.
Assuming, hey, get that guy. And so somebody just comes at him. I mean, there's a lot of this stuff could have been solved and a lot of it could have been avoided
by him not being there.
Yeah, not being there was the wisest choice.
Well, here's the thing, I teach people in my and I guess it's going to get to a point, right, where you're going to have to go out and defend and family, and I understand that, and it may unfortunately get to a point where I believe that we're in a civil war, but where we do have to take up arms, right? We do have to go out and do this stuff, but I don't think we're quite there yet. So I teach everyone in my concealed carry class or whatever, don't go looking for the fight, even if you.
Right.
And I know we're not talking about handguns and permits with Kyle, but. He went out there. So I tell everyone, don't go looking for the fight. Don't stay at home, protect what's yours. Don't need to go out there and look for the fight. And he went out there and he was there and he put himself in a situation. And granted, he defended himself when he needed to, but like I said, he could have his life will never be the same. He could have totally avoided that. And if it's true that his mom actually drove him out there and freaking dropped him off, I think that
she should be somewhat
punished as well.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous.
I think the kid's really fortunate that he's got Lynn Wood as his lawyer to look out for him. He needs some guidance, that's for sure.
And then Brett, and I agree with Brett. He said, you probably shouldn't have been there, but at the same time, people are going to have to start standing up at some point.
Yeah.
And I totally agree. And it's going to get to a point, but does it need to start with how would it say? Is he 17?
Yeah.
Right.
Does it need to be a 17-year-old? Granted, he's almost 18, right? He's almost a man, I guess. Considered an adult.
He's going to be tried as an adult. I'll tell you.
Yeah, but I mean, does it need to start with him? I mean,
what it needs to be is the politicians allowing the police to do their job.
Yes.
If him and his mom were walking down the street and they were attacking his mom, right, or attacking him, that makes sense. They were just there. If they were, protecting their house, their family. He went out with a firearm. He was kind of looking for it, and I'm not saying that he needs to go down because of that. I mean, what happened, and he defended himself. And I'll keep repeating that over and over and over again, because I don't want anyone to think that I'm saying he shouldn't have, because he had every right to defend himself, and he did a damn good job at it too.
He did. Yeah. Kudos to the kid.
But he still, man, it could have gone so much worse. So much worse.
Yeah, I think just the fact that there's people that were from not from there that were there to protect businesses.
Right.
Even though someone came out and said that it's not legal to protect somebody else's property in Wisconsin. I don't know about everywhere else, but I mean, that's a stupid point, because so apparently it's illegal to burn down someone else's property. but you can't defend someone else's property.
Right.
So I can kind of see both sides of this.
Well, if he would have just called what he did a peaceful protest,
yeah,
he'd have been fine.
But do you want to die?
Mostly peaceful.
Oh, mostly, yes.
Mostly
it was
peaceful.
it was a mostly peaceful protest.
So
and like I say, OJ Simpson was mostly peaceful that night.
So look at it.
Except for those couple hours that.
So look at this though. Do you want to kill someone, or do you want to have a chance of getting shot and killed over protecting someone else's property, or do you want to kill someone over protecting someone else's property? It's property,
right?
Yeah.
It's property. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to ever have to take a life. I mean, I don't go looking for it, and I'm definitely not going to do it over property. If they want my car, I don't care if I've got some crazy, super whatever fancy sports car out there. They can freaking take it. I don't want to take a life because
you
of
have
that.
insurance for.
Well, yeah, I've drawn my gun before, all right, and I haven't had to aim at anyone. I don't ever want to do that again.
Yeah,
because if I talk about it, I get goosebumps. You name it, right? I don't ever want to do that again. So that's kind of the way I look at it. And if you want a more off the wall take on it, there's a lot of pictures that came out of him like the day of before that happened, like supposedly like cleaning up graffiti and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. He was always He was always looking over, smiling at the camera. He's always looking over, smiling at the camera, like it was set up a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's kind of that's for the conspiracy episode, but
right.
I don't know. It's
a sad thing that it happened, and I mean, I don't wish anybody ever have to go through that.
Right.
But at the same time, I think he didn't do anything wrong except for be there.
Right.
So, I mean, being there was the worst part of that whole thing.
It was a poor choice.
Yeah.
It was a poor choice.
But other than that, I think he did what he needed to do.
Oh, well, yeah. When he handled the situation that came at him, but I think he also kind of put himself into that.
True. Yeah.
He didn't need to put himself into that. And he did because he was there. I mean, I'll tell you right now, if they said there was a bunch of rioting going on in downtown Twin Falls.
Yeah, you're not going to run down there and be like, heck yeah, let's do this.
No, I'm going to avoid it, and I'm going to stay hunkered down at home where I know it's safe.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have I'm married because I got a wife and kids, but if it comes to me, I'm going to fight.
Exactly.
Right? That's the way I look at it. And maybe I'm just made differently. I know we're all made differently. I mean, I totally get that, but I don't know. That's my take on it.
Yeah. We do need to stand up. We do need to stand up for our rights and stuff, but there's a point that you're, how far are you willing to go?
And how bad is this?
How bad is it going to get?
How bad is this going to get? I mean, we're kind of veering off guns now to a certain extent, but how bad is this going to get? I mean,
well, it comes down to this question. What is the proper role of government?
Right.
Right. It's to protect our liberties.
Right.
It's to protect the what's stated in the Declaration of Independence: life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, which we know it's not really pursuit of happiness because John Locke originally wrote it as pursuit of property. So it's those three things: property rights, right to life, right to freedom. And right now, our government is not allowing, is not doing their job by protecting property and freedom.
Well, true. It's not necessarily the federal government, though. It's a lot of the state governments.
It is exactly. It's the state. Yeah. It's the local governments who are not acting.
It's because of their views on things. I mean,
right.
The Portland mayor, I'm pretty sure that he just finally, made a comment about how he can't go to his house now because people are now, getting to his home.
Right.
And now it's like, oh, now it's an issue.
Now it's or the Mayor Lightfoot, is that her name in Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, she gets police protection on the street where her house.
She also goes to salons like Pelosi does.
She gets she goes and gets her haircut because she is the face of the administration and she needs to look good
of the city. Never mind the people that actually, work
for a living.
Work for a living.
Yeah.
In that city. No, she's the face of it. Yeah. And it's not a very pleasant face. I'm just going to put that out there.
So we could probably say that altogether, it's a breakdown of local government, not allowing the cops to do
very
their
much
job to properly protect the rights of those people to own property.
The fact that they're not allowing National Guard and federal help coming in, that says a lot to me.
I was going to sneeze. Sorry.
Oh, COVID.
No, it's allergies.
So what is I mean, what's gonna stop this? How could we fix all this?
Well, that's
what
the
could
bad
we
thing.
do? I mean,
Yeah, just
I
elect
mean-
Biden. There you go.
Well, that's the bad
That'll
thing.
stop
And they
the day
flat
after
out
Biden
said,
gets elected.
Biden,
Yeah.
they have flat out
Exactly.
said if Biden does not win, then it's going to be chaos.
well, the other people, even if Biden wins, it's going to be chaos.
I think
It's going to
so,
be chaos.
Yeah.
But I mean, how do you fix all this? I mean, no one has the answer, and I'm sure nobody has the answer. But how do you fix all this? Whether Biden wins, it's going to be a mess. If Trump wins, it's going to be a mess. If Joe Jorgen's libertarian for some reason, by some miracle, she were to win, it's going to be a freaking mess.
Yeah.
It's all going to be a mess. How do you fix this? Is this? I hate this term. Is this the new normal? Is this the way it's going to
I
be now?
absolutely hate that term.
I mean, I honestly think that
I
this
think
is the new normal.
the way
everything.
our government has become so corrupt from the
It is.
vision of the founders and what the Constitution actually says. It's too far gone.
Right.
It's never going to get back to
This
the
is-
pure constitutional republic that the founders intended this to be.
Yeah, and it is just that, a republic. Republic is about laws and order and stuff like that. It's not about democracy necessarily.
Yeah, and
Democracy is a part of it, but it is a republic.
We are not a democracy.
No,
Exactly.
yeah, we are a republic. I
And-
pledge allegiance to the republic.
Yeah.
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 I can't remember which founding father it was. I think it was either Madison or Thomas.
It was probably Benjamin Franklin when they was
Well-
asked, what did you guys do when they left
yeah, that
Independence
quote.
Hall?
Yeah.
They said, what did you do?
Give
He
you
says,
a
we
republic.
gave you a republic if you can keep it.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's another one of the fathers that said that the Constitution and this form of government will only work with a moral people.
Yes.
It will not work for an immoral people that have
Exactly.
no morals.
and
that
look what they're cutting out of everything. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's no more God.
They've literally set it up. I mean, it's set up to fail at this point. I mean,
It is.
the,
It's a
the founding
soft-
fathers didn't.
Yeah.
The current government did.
And we can trace it back if we want
Yeah.
to the early 1900s and the movements of the progressives, Republican progressives, Teddy Roosevelt. And then in 1913, with changing the Constitution to allow for taxes
Uh-huh.
and changing the Constitution to make senators no longer appointed by state governments, but now they're elected by popular vote. From there, it's just circling the drain. From there, just gone downhill.
Well, that's the thing is they need to, like you said, drain. They need to drain the swamp because there's been and I'm not like promoting Trump's drain the swamp thing, but they've literally been there
Too
long. You need fresh new ideas need to get in there.
I think that's why Trump upsets so many people because he's an outsider.
Well, he cuts through all the BS. I mean, I hate to say it. I mean, people don't like him because of that, but he's not that way. He's just, he cuts through the BS.
Yeah.
He's got that New York, attitude and, the Queen's attitude. Everybody doesn't understand it, but that's the way he is.
Yeah.
So,
and I think it's great. I really like Trump just because he pisses everyone off.
Well,
it's about damn time.
It needs to happen.
Yeah. It's about damn time.
I think it brings people out of the woodwork that you normally wouldn't hear from.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the one thing I heard someone say on the radio show about Trump is the one thing he does really good is he roots around and he gets the traitors and he shines a freaking spotlight on them. That's what he does. That's what he does best. But anyhow,
and as an outsider, the original our founding fathers wrote in the Federalist Papers against parties. Political parties are a downfall to this system. Originally, the person that got the most votes was president. The person that got the second most votes was vice president. So it could have been
you could have gone this,
a Democrat,
and then you have two ways of thinking. Yeah.
But if now the way that we have this two-party system, every candidate is beholden to the party, not the people.
Yeah.
They're beholden to the party, especially if you look at Democrats and how they govern. They are not representing the people. They are representing their party.
Yep. Of the people, for the people, and by the people. Yeah.
Yeah. Except the party.
Except for now it's the party.
Yeah. Of the party, by the parties have ruined this nation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you're glazing over, Todd. Sorry.
No, it's all good. I was thinking how we started the show and we were it was fine. It was a great show, but we started the show and we were bouncing around all over the place, like having a good time.
Yeah.
And then we ended on this. It's like the last 15, 20 minutes of the show. It's like that should have been in the middle.
Tighten it up a little bit.
We did good. We did good though.
It's good.
So I think that our first run on YouTube went really well. I know I had a few people text messaging me, and they said that it was better quality they felt than Facebook.
It looks like it just
Nice.
from what I'm seeing.
Yeah,
Just look, it hasn't shit the bed on us yet.
Yeah, well, he said there was a little hiccup, but it wasn't us. So, but he said the quality, sound quality, and everything's good. So if this is how easy it is, because I tried like 4 months ago, and I could not figure YouTube Live out. A lot of people are telling me to check out Parler. I'll see if that's even available. I'm not even sure that's even available. It's such a new app, but yeah. But until then, if you listen to the podcast, I appreciate it. Now, if you watch the podcast, I appreciate that as well. If you're watching it, make sure you hit subscribe to the Patriot Defense YouTube channel. That would be pretty awesome. Share it with your friends and family. If you just want to listen to the podcast version of it, you can do so too. Share it with your family, friends. Make sure you subscribe to that. Well, you can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, anywhere that you can find a podcast. You can find Patriot Defense.
YouTube Live
now.
And soon Parler.
And soon, coming soon, maybe Parler.
But wait, there's more.
We'll see. That's right. But share it with your family and friends. We would appreciate it. And I think, do you have your schedule for next week, Mr. Mark?
Yeah, I don't know. I think so.
Do you know if you work Saturday?
I should be off Saturday, but I don't know.
Okay.
Depending on the weather, I might go riding.
Okay. Well, if you're around, you know where to.
Yeah.
I'm going to be freaking wore out that day, but big class. But we will get another.
Your 30 patient for 30.
Yes.
30 day.
Yes.
Not 35.
So we will get another. You put that away.
Oh my gosh, that's so adorable.
So we will get another one put out this weekend. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We will see you guys later. And bye. Thanks for putting up with our maiden voyage on the YouTube. End it.
The YouTube. Okay. And yeah.